so I got Lord Jamar and Sadat X from Brand Nubian on the line right now, and I understand that both of you were actually close to Sean Price before he passed.
No doubt, definitely.
Yeah.
Hello?
Sadat, I heard that you spoke to him like last night, and you guys were planning on like going fishing tomorrow or something like that.
Well, what it is, man, is like we went out Sunday, man, and you know that was the first time Price had ever went fishing, man, and we had to really get him out the crib because he wasn't gonna come. Well, we told Bernadette, and Equan called and was like, "Yo, we coming to get him right now." And he was on the phone and he kept on going back and forth. We was like, "Nah, Price, we coming to get you right now." We went and got him. We went out there, man. We went fishing. We was on the water for 5-7 hours. And, man, he said that he was going to come with us tomorrow. We was going to City Island. Where, man, this shit got me totally crushed, man. It's crushing, man. It's like, I think back to, like, when he was in high school, man, when they was first doing the Boot Camp Clik, and one day they called me and said they was going to come to the crib and get some smoke, man. And when they came, it was all of them. And they came upstairs, and we blew it down. That was like 20 years ago, man. So I done did joints with Price, and I just spoke to him, man. So it's like I'm physically fucked up right now. I feel like I'm dizzy right now, man.
It's sad. I mean, last time I spoke with Sean, we did an interview in 2011. And this is one of these guys that just never held his tongue. Like, I asked him who his favorite female rapper was. He said he likes no female rappers. None.
That's Price, man. If you ever listen to Price, he'll tell you he was the greatest rapper, and then go into a story about why he is the greatest rapper. That's why I love Price, because he'll talk for 3-4 hours about why he's the best and this and that, man. So I was like, yo, man, this one hurt, man. I'm like, come on, man.
I mean, do you have any idea, based on information, what exactly happened? Because I heard he died in his sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing so far, man. And, like, I don't even want to call over there, man, yet, man, because I know it's a million people calling Bernadette and the family, and I don't even want to talk to her right now. I will probably reach out at some point, man, but, man, this one took a lot of energy out, man. We got a show today, too, man, and I'm like, I got to try to find my motivation right now. I'm going to have to use him as my motivation, unfortunately, man, but it's thick right now, man. I mean, the fact that he passed in his sleep, man, like, I think that's something that we all got to start looking at. He's in his 40s, and we all really got to, we got to look at our health now. You know what I mean? We can't necessarily do the same things we was doing in our 20s and all that type of stuff. And, I'm not saying that that's what it was, but probably, because he was a young man, 40 years old, that's a young man, so passing his sleep is probably something health related. So that's just a wake-up call to us as a hip-hop community that, we have to take our health, our health is valuable, man. You know what I mean? It enables us to drop, and Sean Price have made you to continue to drop, because that boy was nasty.
Yeah. I mean, just recently, Pumpkinhead passed. He was right around the same age, like right around 40. Did you guys know him at all?
Yeah, I knew Pumpkinhead. I went to the memorial for him, and that hurt me too. That's why I'm like, yo, man, it's like the God said, man, we got to start trying to take care of ourselves. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but we just got to take preventive steps so it don't happen, man, because I'm at a loss for words, man. It's like Pumpkinhead, now Fatal, Hussein Fatal, now Price, man. It's like, come on, man, I'm losing peers and my contemporaries, man, and it's hitting close to home, man, and I'm not feeling well right now.
Definitely.
I knew Price just as long, like, I produced on the first Skeltah album, you know what I mean? Like, I did the intro to that joint like this, and I did another song. And it's like, one thing I could say about Price, like his spirit, like whenever you would see him, it's just, his spirit was bright. Like, like he just was a happy dude, but not in a sucker's way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a straight Brooklyn cat, but he just had a real good spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think the one thing that we should definitely mention was when Boot Camp Clik first started to pop off, Sean Price was not the standout member of that group. But if you look at what's happened during the course of that time over the last 20 years, he became the most recognizable dude in boot camp, almost kind of like how Ghostface came out and he wasn't really known, but he became so prominent later on in his career. And I think that really says a lot to the talent and the skill level of Sean.
Yo, I remember when I spoke to him when they was going through the thing when they broke away a little bit, and you know everybody was searching for what they had to do, and he was like, "Yo, man," he said, "A lot of people probably don't expect it from me, but I'm getting ready to do my thing." And I used to tell him, man, I was like, "Yo, son, go ahead, man, do what you do, man." And yo, if you look over these years, man, Price reinvented himself, man. He created he took from the boot camp fan base, but then he created his own fan base too, like his Sean Price fan base. And it just hurts, man. He went from being one of the elite Boot Camp Clik to being the bloodline of the Boot Camp Clik. Like, I talked to Drew Hogg a few years ago, and he was straight up with me in saying that if it wasn't for Sean Price, you know, there probably would be no duck down at this time, because nobody's moving no units over there, and if no disrespect to anybody over there, but nobody's moving any unit to the point that can help sustain the label besides Sean Price. And that came out of Drew Hog's mouth himself. You understand what I'm saying? So he went from going to be somebody not even recognized to somebody who, you know, kept the label alive, and it's almost like what's going to happen now. I'd like to see, like, you know, they might have to reinvent themselves in a way, because he was the only one right now that had a fan base that was actually buying his music right now, you know?
Yeah, no, he definitely put boot camp. He definitely put Duck Down on his back.
Right. They started it off, but he kept that name out there, you know what I mean? And he was a loyal dude to do that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sure he could have went somewhere else, but he stayed loyal to the people that he came in the game with. You know what I mean? And you got to respect that too, you know? I just showed you what type of dude he was.
You know, before I let you guys go, can you just each recall maybe the funniest, craziest story that you remember about Sean Price during the time you've known him?
Oh, man. I just remember, me and him did a show in Massachusetts, and somehow we started off talking about my album that I put out, where I don't know what point the conversation changed, but it turned about Price for 4 hours growing up, and he explained why he was the best, about what he was getting ready to do, and nobody could fuck with him, and he young dudes, but nobody could mess with him, and I just was like, yo, Price is bugging, but yo, that was him, yo. Yo, I don't got no, like, crazy stories. It's just, like, I just remember being with him, like, you know, he used to come to my crib when I lived in Brooklyn and all that, and, like, he was just a funny dude. Like, he just played funny shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, and he just make you laugh, but he was just a cool motherfucker. Like, that's all I could really say. Like, he was just mad, you know what I mean? He was just mad real, like, you know, and he cut from the kind of cloth, you know, that we cut from. Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how real it is. Like, he went with boot camp and all that, but when Buckshot, who is my man, came on Vlad and said whatever he said, you know, against what I was saying at the time, like, Sean was like, yo, he's bugging. You know what I mean? When he seen me, he was like, yo, I seen that shit. I let him know. I kept it real. Yo, he's bugging. You know what I mean? Like, Sean was riding with me, although, you know what I mean? We all ride together. Like, Brand Nubian got mad love for boot camp, Duck Down, all the, you know what I mean? Smith, that's family right there. And you know, Buckshot knows he bugged out. He apologized and all that, and that's my man. You know what I mean? But Sean kept it realer than real and was like, yo, Buck bugged out. You know what I mean? So, whatever, man. All I could say is, I remember him as a real dude, an MC that I looked up to, and someone like, yeah, okay, he done reinvented himself in his game, and you know what I mean? He's an underdog who made it, you know what I mean? And did it on his own terms. So that's what hip hop is all about. So let's take that lesson from Sean Price and move on in the future with it.
That's what it is, man. I definitely appreciate both of you calling in. Jamar Sadat X, Brand Nubian.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Peace.
But as far as just rapping and being able to put words together and flow and say what you want to say and make it rhyme, he's definitely one of the nicest when it come to that.
Would you say he's the king of hip hop?
Nah, I wouldn't say that because I'm in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
I said for some reason I feel like some of them motherfuckers is just renting the house to do that shit, and find out some of them was. I can't do that. You know, I ain't want to do that. I wanted to show where the fuck I was living at the time.